Yo, what's good, everybody? Uh, Sorry to keep y'all waiting so long, but finally back. Uh, got some parts that's been coming in, and just wanted to share with you guys some updates or whatever. So let me just get started with it. The first thing I got going on is here, all the way around there. Pretty much, I got new lights in here, which has made things really nice. It's nice and super bright. I got like two or three more that I gotta get. Before I forget, Mikey, hopefully you watch this video, you see it. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. I finally mounted it. It's from like of course, SS Chevy Super Sport hubcap that my brother Mike found for me, gave it to me. So I finally got it up in my garage, mounted on the wall. So yeah, so that's pretty much that right there. Like I said, I've been getting parts that's been coming in. I'll show you on the car kind of what's going on. So I finally got like the mount for the LS alternator setup, Franklin Performance in New Zealand. You can't see the back of it, but I like this one in particular because not only does it have this, there's a brace that goes on the back side that supports it and locks it in. Not all the alternator kits have that setup. So yeah, so I finally got that. While we're talking about it, or that company, Franklin Performance, this is the R35 coil pack kit that's all ready to go. I do have one more missing piece that finally showed up. I have that, but I'll wait till like another video to talk about it. The turbo is all mounted now. There is the exhaust manifold. This here, all new oil lines, whatever. It's not tight yet, of course, but yeah, that's new lines. I don't know if it's really showing up. Oh yeah, it does. This here is the Earl's flame guard heat protection. I got it on all the lines that's in the bay, especially that's close to the turbo side. It's going to get very hot, so I wanted to go ahead and find a way of fixing that. This is the power steering. I got an update coming for this in a future video. I'll show you guys what's going on with that. Valve cover you guys seen, but this is actually getting changed. Whenever at this point I decide to pop it off, sending that out to the powder coaters. That's going to get redone. Coilovers are mounted, the Fortune Autos, front and back. Kind of show you. So that's like adjusted, and it's not even slammed. Like I don't even have them like bottomed out or anything, or even close. They're probably like halfway on the perch. For guys with coilovers, you know what it like. On these cars, you have a lower mount, and then you got the body. So it's like halfway there, but yeah, it's got like a finger gap in it. That is a 275 on a 9-inch rim, and it's tucking all four corners. But I made mention of it. I mention it again whenever I get around to the wheel and tire setup. It's going to look really sharp. I already got my specs and stuff picked out on what I want to do for tires and everything. Got some free time, so what I wind up doing is degreasing and cleaning the block. Then I sprayed it with this black, and it's supposed to be like a semi-gloss high temp paint. So what's going to happen is once it cures without heat, that's why I didn't even want to touch it really. It's dry, it's not. But anyways, once it goes through its heat cycles, it's going to cure and it's going to dull up a little bit. So it's going to be like, it's like a semi-gloss, that color. I did that. Another thing, if you notice, is bolts and stuff missing, like here. I popped all that stuff out. It is at the zinc plate is now getting re-zinced. So all the hardware that I said that you'll physically be able to see, that I'll be able to see, more importantly, I just went ahead and said I'm gonna get them done up real nice, cleaned up. This here isn't the brake booster on these cars. This is the booster for the clutch master cylinder. So that's what that little guy is. The main booster I have. Couple of weeks, and I'll probably, I don't know if I'm gonna shoot a video on it, but I'll show the finished product, of course. I'm gonna go ahead, sand it down, clean it up, refurbish it. It's gonna look good. This here, I gotta fix. You probably can't see it. I don't know if the threads are gonna show up, but I messed one of the threads up, so I just gotta take my die or tap and clean the threads up, and that's fine. I mounted this finally. That's the VIN plate with new, so that looks pretty good. New clips that hold that on to the firewall. What else? Here I got the hardware for the fenders. Finally, I wanted them gold. They're gold, so they're good. And then I went a step further, and these are going to be the ones. They're bigger, but these are going to hold on the hinges for the hood back there and over there, of course. Got this remounted. I had to remake one of the mount brackets, so that's done. Another thing that I did with the bumper, like on these cars, it's like black push pins that hold hold this down in the front. I didn't like that, so I went ahead with my nutsert tool, put M6 nutserts in there, and so now it's just a bolt-on affair. Because with the push pins too, you mess them up and then you can't reuse them, and then you got to get them. Thing is, with this car, stuff is starting to get hard to come by and expensive. You don't even want to know what they're trying to charge just for freaking push pins. So this is a good option. These are aluminum, so they're not going to rust or anything, and they're going to keep that black finish. So that's good, and it's very subtle. So to the untrained eye, they look like just the regular black push pins that go there or whatever. So it doesn't even stand out, and that's why I like it. I liked it a lot. It's not going to show. Oh yeah, you can kind of see the sparkles from the pearl that's in it, the flakes. Yeah. So that's that. So yeah, the engine bay is together as much as possible for right now. But of course, still got to do the throttle bodies, the chamber, and the plenum. Once I get all that stuff back from zinc, then I'm going to refurbish the throttle bodies a little bit better than what they are right now. I'm going to clean them up. But let me kind of show you guys the one thing I want to show you with this, or do with this video today. I'll show you one of the parts that I got in. Finally got the sway bars from Whiteline that I've been wanting. This one is the factory one here. Look at this. That's no effort, and you gotta really lift up on that a little bit. So yeah, I got those from and the factory ones, I want to say are like a 19 or 20 in the front, and the rears are like a 20 or 21, and the rears are 24. So it's a little bit bigger bar. But the one thing that I didn't realize all this time is, and I had it switched around in my mind, is that the factory bars are hollow, where these particular ones from Whiteline are solid. So I can't speak for like Super Pro or the Cusco bars, or Tane bars, but I can speak for the Whiteline, that they are definitely solid. So that should help the car handle a really nice. And the reason I in particular wanted the Whiteline setup is because of these here. They're adjustable. They are heavy duty. I should have showed you guys the factory ones, but yeah, they're adjustable. And these are like a very nice, heavy quality piece here. So that's why I was sold on the Whitelines. But those are for the front, right? Let me show you guys what Whiteline does for the rear. This is the rear sway bar link, and I was like, man, what the hell is this? Now it's got nice polyurethane bushings in there, right? So I was like, okay, that's cool. I like it. Now I wasn't like pissed because I had already known, because I've been like wanting to get this set up for like 2.5 years. So I did plenty of research, knowing what I was getting myself into, and I kind of had a game plan, but I didn't implement it just until recently when the sway bars finally showed up. So what I'm going to do is, you can see this is it. I'm going to go with these here, which is a spherical joint rod end. It's the same thread and pitch as this guy here. So pretty much what I have is like all thread, M10 by 150 all thread. I'm gonna make it the same length and everything, but it's a way, to me it's a more of a heavy duty piece, and it just looks the part. It almost, you know what I mean, it like these look the part. With this setup that I'm gonna make, it looks the part. You know what I mean? Like with this, it's like, what the, like, I don't know. Like I said, I couldn't understand, you know, how the company this large and making very good, nice quality products decided that this was going to be their link. If apparently it works. Apparently it works, because I didn't really see anybody talking about it on any forums or anything like that. So a lot of people, they just run it, but me, I can't do that. So I wanted to upgrade it a little bit, and I feel like that's easy enough to upgrade, right? So without further ado, let me go ahead and get set up, and then I'll have you guys. I'll set up. And you can kind of show you. I can kind of show you what I got going on. Now the link for this I'm gonna put down in my description. They're from QA1. They're the X series, I believe, heavy duty. So these should definitely be up to the snuff of handling the duties of the sway bar. Teflon sealed. So they're good quality. The company that the sway bars and all is from is Whiteline. I paid $350 for my sway bar setup for the kit from, like, of all places, Amazon, where I believe normally they're running around $400 to $430. So I got it for a really good price. One last thing that I wanted to show you guys real quick, and then like I said, I'm gonna hop over and start putting together this sway bar link setup. Is before Russia went all crazy and started attacking the world and everything, I was able to pick these up from a company off of eBay that makes them. And you're probably wondering, well, what's so special about those? If you look, this is the factory one. It's pretty much a replica, exact replica of the factory lights, down to the lines, everything, except it's cleared, and it's got, as you can see, the bulge. Like that's R32, R30, yeah, R32 lights. All of them have it, even on GTRs. It's even got the bulge in it. You can see it, like right there. So it's like a spitting replica, really good replica. So I got those back in the wintertime from Russia or whatever. So it was just something different that I wanted to do, kind of mix it up, because I know some people, they run, it's a company called the Colin Project. They run those. They're like a back to it, like right here, it's like blacked out, kind of like this is more, but it doesn't look like the factory one, where this one, this is like I said, to me, it's like a other factory piece. So that's what I wanted, like really bad. The fit is it could have been better, but it is what it is. Like I said, I feel like I got something that's very different and very unique. So yeah, so that's pretty much where we are with it right now. Like I said, I got a boatload of parts that's been coming in. So I can't wait to finally get back out here and start tinkering a little bit, putting this thing together a little bit more. But I'm really going to take my time with it. I don't want to rush this project because I want to get good quality stuff. I want stuff that's going to last. I want that's going to be reliable. And at the end of the day, again, it's like what I envision, and I don't want to rush it, you know what I mean? Or just, it's like some of the stuff that I want to do necessarily may not be the popular thing or even the popular brands to get, but it's just as good as a quality. It may not be the JDM names that everybody's grown to know and love, but the stuff from like South Africa, New Zealand, Australia, and the UK and the US for these cars is really good. I don't know why I'm jumping around so much because there's some other things that I keep forgetting. I'm y'all real quick too. Here, GK Tech started making these for the SNR chassis. Their new coolant bottle. It's like not hard mounted. That's a new bottle, so it cleaned it up really good, man. Like, I'm really happy. I got something special for over in this side as well, but I'll wait to show that. That came from Japan. So this is like, it's not hard mounted, but this is pretty much how it's all going to sit in here now. That's the catch can that I got from High Octane. That's the battery. So like I said, man, it's coming together really good, really nice, and I'm happy with it. Like I said, I'm just really my time, and you know, just have a nice setup. So without further ado, like I said, let me go ahead get set up so we can go ahead and knock this video out with those sway bar links. All right, guys, I'm back. So I got both links over here. What I want to do first is just make sure before I start cutting on this that I have the right length set up. And for you guys that want to try this at home on your own or whatever, this here is because I went with metric. I don't like working with standard. It's just me. But anyways, it's an M10 hole. So these links is QA1 the Extreme Series is what I picked up. They're sealed. And I'll put the links down in the bottom for it. But anyways, it's just make sure you get the M10 bore and then M10 here as well. But that's what the bushing size is that actually goes into the lower control arm on these cars. It's the same size M10 hole. So I've got M10 All Thread. M10 by 150 is actually the pitch. So just like I said, I want to make sure I get the right length. So you put that in there, and then you screw that into your joint like that. So now you know you're gonna have the right length there. And then what you want to do is get some way to mark. You can do like a paint pen. I'm gonna try this here, this pen. If it doesn't, then I'll have to get tape and then a pen and go that way. Let's see. It marked it. It marked it pretty good actually for me. Just enough that I need to see. Okay. So now that's marked. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go a little bit longer, like a quarter of an inch longer on my threaded portion. That way I have enough wiggle room if something, for some reason, is crazy and didn't work out. Go ahead and put this in this vise. I finally got a vise that I've been wanting for a long time. Got that as well. These are like a cushion, so it doesn't mark up whatever you're working on. It ain't going away. That's in there solid. Okay. Now I'm gonna try this guy, which is like a little hacksaw, to cut these threads, and see if that works. If not, of course, I'm gonna have to get my cut-off wheel and I'll cut it. But let's try this real quick. Good news is it seems to be working. I got all these paint cans on this table. This isn't the table that I actually was going to work on anyways. I was going to work on my other little table. But I forgot the vices on this one, so it's important. Good news is it's cutting. It's slow at it, but it's cutting it. Also, keep in mind, I didn't say it, but the material that I decided to go with is stainless steel. So of course that's going to be hard to cut through as well. So I'm going to go ahead and keep working on this. I'm not going to have you guys watch 20 minutes of this cutting. Once I'm done, I got it mocked up, I'll come back and show you guys what I got. All right, guys. So I'm back. Everything looks like it worked out the way I wanted. Get a little bit closer so you guys can see. Well, here's the length of it. That's pretty much what I want right there. So that matches fine. Of course, I gotta copy that. Now, two things happened to me. Using this little saw, that little hacksaw, I would have been here trying to saw forever. But what the good thing was, it actually helped me get a good mark. I still wound up using my cut off wheel, cut right through it. And this isn't a welding piece. This is my face mask that's all dirty that I got to get a new freaking lens for. I can't find. But anyways, by me cutting this, I messed the thread up just a little bit. It starts, but it's not as easy as I want. And I got all these damn tools now. So I'm gonna go ahead real quick and take my thread chaser, which is, remember, M10 1.5 thread. Chase that down on the threads real quick and I should be good to go. I'll probably just leave this thing recording. Hopefully it doesn't take me a long time to fix this. So let's go ahead and get that done real fast. So that's in there. Main thing is when you're trying to clean up threads, make sure you get a good true start. As you can see, it's going down on there really good. So those threads are nice and clean. And actually what I did too is I took a file and knocked down the rough edges from my from the cut. So let me just back that off. Should have put a damn jam nut on there. Didn't. Alright, no problem. At least we know this works too, right? I should have jammed it. Where is that? And I told you guys this wasn't going to take a long process to fix. And it doesn't look like it is going to take long. So enough of it. Real quick. Magic. So yeah, just had to take a jam nut or a regular nut, flange nut. Backstory on that. I ordered jam nuts because I'm trying to be like perfect with it. And damn jam nuts, I didn't even pay attention when I was ordering them off of Amazon. Actually coming from the UK, and they tell me they're not even gonna be here till like the end of the month to start of the next month. So almost 2 months out on some freaking jam nuts. And I think part of that doing is everything had to be stainless steel. For me, I chose stainless steel instead of regular zinc or anything else, just because it's going under the car. So I said no way for it to rust or corrode. So that's kind of why I went stainless steel on everything for this setup. They say because it's going under the car. So what I'll probably do, so I'm not going to wait that long to put this thing back together. You can probably see the threads are perfect. See, that could have been chopped off, but whatever. I'll probably just use this setup here, like that, of course. So this would be a jam nut, jamming that from spinning free, and then of course it's gonna have to have a nut here with the bushing, and then the nut coming from the control arm. So it's gonna have a total of 3 nuts on this setup. But yeah, that would be the jam nut that would get loosened. And then now what this does is actually this, with it being threaded like that, is adjustable. So that is very important for 2 reasons. One is you don't want this binding at all. You want this to freely move as the car does its pitching and its rolling. So yeah, you don't want it to bind. And then it is adjustable the actual sway bar. So that you can kind of take the sway bar and do this with it as well. And that all of that plays in the characteristics on how it's going to react and how it's going to stiffen up the car. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell for today. Just wanted to give you guys an update, kind of show you what I was working on, what I had in mind. And this here is better than a bushing because it can move all these different ways. You can see it in there pivoting back and forth, you know. So, you know what? You guys can kind of get a better visual of what I'm talking about if I put this in there, right? So now it can articulate like that. You know what I mean? So a polyurethane bushing or any solid bushing isn't going to be able to articulate like that. So that's going to be good too to help it from it where it won't bind as well. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. And I know it wasn't like some super technical video or whatever, but just kind of show you guys what I've been up to, updates, and like I said, now weather's finally starting to break. I'm starting to get parts in. I'll start with the updates and uploads a little bit more frequently. So you guys have a blessed one. Love y'all. Peace.